Hello all, welcome back to another video and welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema on this beautiful Sunday morning here in sunny Blythe. We have got 17 votes here. I think it was 17 votes last week as well. So guys, thank you a million for your contribution here. This means an absolute million. Now, there is going to be a little bit of a twist with this. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing going forward, but I've decided whenever I get more votes, that just so happens there's like more titles that are DVD, and of course it is the movie that matters, obviously, but every time there is more votes, that just so happens there's more votes on DVD, I've decided I'm gonna, because for instance there's about 5-6 films on Blu-ray, I'm gonna just swap them into like DVD cases, and I think it's just gonna be might make it a bit more easier going forward, or if I so happen get more votes that are on Blu-ray than DVD, the films that are on DVD, I might swap into Blu-ray cases for, like, in the sense of, like, this series. So, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go, guys, especially, obviously, with the DVDs being bigger cases, but if it doesn't work out as well, we'll go back to the previous format. But anyways, I'll give you a bit more of an idea what I mean with this. So, this one was Frenzy. Now, this is in Frenzy in this. It's around Frenzy, and this was voted by Roy. Thank you, Roy. And I've put the Blu-ray disc in one of the DVD cases. Is it for? That's another title. I think, is it in this one actually? It might be. Not that one. We'll get there, people. We'll get there. Not that one either. There we go. Frenzy in the Mighty Boosh Live like case there. So, yeah, thank you, Roy. And then let's have a look. See, Insomnia. We don't need to swap the case around for this one. This was voted by Ash. Thank you, Ash. Really do appreciate that. Ash at Popcorn Horror. Barney's Version. This was voted by Jodie. Thank you, Jodie. And that's it. Yeah, so I'll put that on top of there for now. And then Barney's Version, I put in the, let's have a look, see. Again, it wasn't that one. Sorry, people. Do bear with me. In the Mighty Boosh Series 1 case, so thank you, Jodie, for that one. Hall Pass, again, this was voted by Darren. Thank you, Darren. And I think, is it in the... Yeah, in the Mighty Boosh Series 2 case there. Thank you, Darren, for that one. Cheers, buddy. Harold and Kuma, Escape from Guantanamo Bay, and the Puccini for beginners case there. Thank you. And it was Angelo that kindly voted for that one. Thank you, Ange. And originally from this case here. Sorry, guys, do bear with me. I'm still got my morning head on, as you can tell. In the Reanimated case, we've got, that might be a bit easier, actually. And there is the White Reindeer. That was voted by Roy. Thank you, Roy. And came originally from this case. Of course, guys, I'm going to swap all these discs around in its previous cases, but I just thought for this episode, because I'm swapping the Blu-ray discs into the DVD cases for this episode. Then the Mighty Boosh 3, and it is Ray. And this was voted by Ian Thompson. Thank you, Ian. And, yeah, Carlito's Way. This was voted by Ian Thompson and Ash at Popcorn and Horror. Thank you guys. And I'll take the shrink wrap off for this one. So, yep, thank you guys. Brotherhood of the Wolf. This was voted by Kylo. Thank you, matey. Cockney vs. Zombies. I think this DVD was given to me by Marcus, actually. Thank you, Marcus. And this was voted by Tom180. Cheers, Tom. Much appreciate that. The Quiet Man. This was voted by Kylo as well. The Curse of Michael Myers, this was voted by Craig. Thank you, Craig. Again, just quickly take the shrink wrap off of this one as well. Sleepy Hollow, and this was voted by Hills. Oh, great to hear from you, mate. It's been a little while, Hills. I hope all is well. And, yeah, it'll be great to see you do more videos again, because you have been missed, mate. And, yeah, keep up the fantastic work. So, yeah, thank you, Hills, for your vote there. Really do appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. And All the President's Men, this was voted by Ian Thompson again. Thank you, Ian. I've heard great things about this film. Two legends with Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford there. And A Fair to Remember, this was voted by Stuart George. Cheers, Stu, for your vote there. Then Mallrats, this was voted by Hills and Cy. Thank you, Cy and Hills. And Starksy and Hutch, this was voted by Angela as well. So, guys, that is all the titles in this banging CX bag. Grab yourself a cuppa, and it is the weekend, and the footy is on today. I'm gonna watch Crystal Palace v Everton today. Come on, the Toffees. We do need at least one more win before the season finishes in a couple of weeks. So come on, bring on the show. Let's rock and roll. Let's go.
Blu-Ray stacking up, yeah, the collection grows. Singing like nobody's watching, let the good times flow. Movies on repeat, yeah, he living that life. Great guy, big heart, yeah, he doing it right. Screen light glowing while the speakers bang. Sammy G vibing to the scenes and the frames. Love for the art, yeah, the passion stay true. From the first press play to the end credits roll.
And this is exciting as well. A lot of great votes. All great votes. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate that. Try not to pee. Swapping titles around. And the title. the title is going to be the title is going to be and it's going to be going to ba. And it's going to be The White Reindeer. Okay, good stuff. Well, Roy, this is definitely your day, my friend, and yeah, definitely a title I've been definitely wanting to check out for ages now. So I think it was you, Roy, how I discovered this title. Oh, I can't wait to watch this today, and it's only 68 minutes. Hey guys, as long as I enjoy the movie, that's all that matters. As long as it's got a great story and, you know, there's a lot going for it, that's all that matters. A Finnish vampire film and 68 minutes. I'm really looking forward to this, watching this one, Roy. And this one's been on the cards to watch for a while. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to put the disc in the player and I'll come back on camera and give you my overall thoughts and opinion of this film. So yeah, see you shortly. So I have just finished watching The White Reindeer. This is directed by Eric Blomberg. I think this is his only directorial film, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this won the award for the best fairy tale film at the Cannes Film Festival in 1953. And Eric Blomberg was married to the leading actress here who plays Parita, and I think they both wrote the screenplay together. I read up as well. An early example of the folk horror genre, quite ahead of its time. Bizarre to think, yeah, this is over 70 years and it still holds up. The music is very brooding. It's very kind of nightmare fueled. The music is very eerie and atmospheric. It brought me back to when I first watched Vampire for the first time from 1932, and I think both of them films would make a cracking double bill, to be fair. I mean, this could have even had an influence on something like, I don't know, probably American Werewolf in London, quite possibly, maybe, or something along the lines of Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I might be the first ever person that's put this and a Wallace and Gromit feature-length film in the same sentence, but there you go. So The White Reindeer, this is about a lady called Parita, who has just got married to this guy. I think he's called Isaac, who at the time they were competing in this sledge race. And also, they're both reindeer herders. So you also at the start get a backstory with Parita as a young child when she's born, and then years later you follow when she's a lot older, And when the film starts, it's like got this really kind of, it's like a melody, it's like a song. The song does the storytelling for you pretty much in that opening segment of the film. So when Isaac goes away on duty for work, spends time away from I can't think, was it this like snowy place in Finland. I'm trying to think what the name was of the place again. I can't remember the name, but anyways, I think it was Evil Village. It might have been Evil Village. So he spends time away from there, and then it kind of puts a bit of a deflacious taste in the mouth for Parita. So Parita decides to go and see the shaman. I'm having a mind's blank on his name, but anyways, she goes to see him that performs these, like, casts these spells and these potions. I think it might be Tazaki. Someone, I could be making that up, guys. A name hyphen name, something like that. But anyways, she goes to see him seeking for advice, and then he casts a potion and a spell, and the first person that she encounters is to basically like make that sacrifice. Meanwhile, when she's had this spell cast upon her head, she is reacquainted with her husband, Isaac, and then kind of like she then is encountered with the white reindeer. And then when this occurs, she basically, every time the full moon hits at night, she transforms into a white reindeer, and then she becomes this white reindeer on the loose that is taking victim one by one, and this kind of stirs up an uproar within this Arctic village, and these villagers, these reindeer herders, start noticing there's a couple of people that is slowly disappearing off the scene, and they all think it's interlinked with this witch and this white reindeer that happens to also be this witch that is also a vampire at the same time as that. So what did I think to the white reindeer? Roy, this was bloody good. I really enjoyed this, and I did much enjoy this more to last week's episode. Was it with Mystic River? Yeah, I'm even going that. I did much enjoy this a lot more, and it's not because of the runtime. It's not because it's a shorter runtime. It's because I just think this story just did it a lot better for me. I think when I do return to this film in due course, it will be during the wintry season. Now, I'm really looking forward to when I do go back to this film. It will be at like the winter time for sure. But as I say, not to say you can't watch this film at any time of year. Don't get us wrong, but it's just a film. I just find a film with a snowy setting. I think it just works better watching it later in the year. Again, you might think I'm talking at the back of my head there, guys, and fair enough. But I think it's just all down to personal preference there, and I just always think films with a snowy setting is great watching at winter time. But anyways, that's all subjective. That's just my preference, but you can watch this film at any time of year. And I have watched a couple other films like that recently, like with Orphan. That's set in winter, and every time I go and watch that film now, it would be at winter time. But going back to this anyway, I just thought, again, I haven't seen that many Finnish films, and this was a bit of a breath of fresh air. Like, I just thought it was so interesting, the witchcraft side of it, and it had a real mesh, like it had a, this vampire side plot, but also it was kind of transformed into, like another, a side plot, if you like, with a fantasy element and with like the whole reindeer theme. And yeah, I think the crisscross and the crossover was really interesting between like a witch and a, as a vampire that's into like a reindeer. And when someone meets this white reindeer, they're soon kind of leading up to their own death when they least expect it. I loved the setting. This setting with the village is perfect for this. The wintry atmosphere, that eerie, like echoes around. It's like, my goodness, this is some of that. Yeah, some of that. I just really dug it. Also, I found it really interesting. Kind of like two different personalities for this main couple. Decent pairing to this. But also, it was interesting. There's one scene by this church as well, and there's this wedding involved. There is a wedding that happens at right at the start of the film. And I just found, again, that scene with the church, and then it's like you're mainly focusing on Parita. Outside everyone else, it's mainly her that's the vocal point and the focus point, and you're just waiting for that suspense and that build up to like make its toll there. But yeah, also again, I think there's one scene by, is it like like this campfire, and yeah, it was again like you just see like people just be huddled together, and it would just be her, but then you can see a shift in tone there. It was so good. I mean, so good. Bloody hell. There's one person trying to capture this white reindeer to save their skin and save their line, like do a runner for it, but then you follow back to, again, like the main kind of the witch in there, and it's so interesting. You kind of, where the witch one point is looking over, and then there's like these like the villagers are looking around and that, and they're on a bit of a wild goose chase there. It's yeah, a fantastic watch. It was quite bleak and subtle, dreamscape to it as well. And I think sometimes films do this, where it kind of follows a bit of a dream pattern that mixes in with what's happening at present and reality within this film. It kind of makes the film all the more kind of interesting. Where do these dreamscapes lie ahead, and how does it fit in with the story? And I just quite liked that aspect. Also, when the witch goes to the reindeer graveyard, and like obviously she's kind of begging for her life, like Parita, to have her curse lifted, and she's kind of begging for her life. Again, I don't want to say too much to where that leads, but it's a really good story. I can absolutely see why Roy spoke highly of this one, and I think it was Roy who was the one that I came across this film through Roy, and I love Roy's channel. Roy, like many others, just talks movies, and he can do films like this a great service and justice, and he knows how to sell a film, does Roy, like many others. And yeah, Roy, fair play, like you were onto a winner here. But this was yeah, very good, a fantastic viewing. one of the best in the Unwatched Shelf series, and probably the film that was needed after being somewhat disappointed with Mystic River. Yeah, so I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. I thought it was fantastic. No pun intended, fantastic. And I'm actually really looking forward to watching it again now. And the knowing I'm going to be watching it again later in the year already, I am pumped for that second viewing. So well done, Roy. Well done, Mr. Barrett. And all the best to Spurs, by the way, Roy, for the remaining games. Everton had a bit of a disappointing result this afternoon, but hey, I'll take a point than a loss, I guess. So yeah, thanks, Roy. And this will absolutely be staying in the collection. Yeah, guys, if you love films with a snowy setting, if you love films like Vampire from 1932, if you love like foreign language film, world cinema, this is a great shout, I'll say. So that is The White Reindeer. Yeah, what a marvelous film that was. And that brings me on to the stack of titles for you guys to get 1 or 2 votes in for episode. I think it's going to be episode number 30 next weekend. So yeah, can't believe it's going to be 30 episodes into the series, and I think it's already coming up to 8 months since the series started. Wow, the time flies, doesn't it? I'm going to give the deadline. We're going to go with a Saturday. We'll go with Saturday, the 16th of May. Now, I am working Tuesday and Friday this week. And Thursday, I'm off to see for a few dollars more at Tyneside Cinema. I think Sunday next weekend, I'm possibly going to see Good, Bad and the Ugly at Tyneside Cinema. So yeah, we'll go with, and I think I'm catching up with family like Friday after work and Saturday earlier on Saturday. So, but yeah, we'll still go with a Saturday. We'll go with Saturday, the 16th of May. So the choices and any titles you want to vote for or re-vote for from any previous episodes, you're more than welcome to vote for or re-vote for there. So we've got Oh, What a Lovely War. This Dario Argento set, I have seen Suspiria. So you could go for 4 Flies on Grey Velvet or Opera. I have seen Suspiria. Suspiria's fantastic. Taste the Blood of Dracula, $1 Million Baby, Risky Business, Jason X, Revenge, Young and Innocent, Rust and Bone, Beast in the Cellar, and God Said to Cain. My Name is Pecos, Larry Crown, What Happens in Vegas, The Kite Runner, Super Troopers, Get Over It, Croupier, Death Race 2000, Clue, Edge of Terror, Serpico, A League of Their Own, The Ten Commandments, Perfect Sense, Casualties of War, The Bridges of Madison County, Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, All the President's Men, Frailty, The Candidate, Airheads, Ghoulies, Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, Coneheads, How to Lose Friends and Alienate People, Krull, Talladega Nights, Madhouse, Immunity on the Bounty, Wish You Were Here, The Devil's Backbone, Raising Helen, Driving Miss Daisy, In a Lonely Place, Mr. Woodcock, John Tucker Must Die. So yeah, guys, those are all the titles for you guys to get 1 or 2 votes in, and the deadline is Saturday, the 16th of May. And any titles from any previous episodes, you're more than welcome to vote for or re-vote for there. And yeah, I think the next episode will be episode 30. So good stuff. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Unbelievable, Jeff. Can't believe it's going to be coming up to episode 30 already. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Yeah, so I'll think of something else to do during the week. So yeah, I'm off to see the original Godzilla tomorrow at Tyneside Cinema with Mike. Did you see that? We're going to be going to see that tomorrow. Tuesday I'm working. Wednesday, going to have a chill day on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to go and see for a few dollars more at Tyneside Cinema. Friday, I'm working, and then I'm going to have a bit of a family catch-up Friday, and then Saturday as well, and then yeah, and I think Sunday, I'm hoping to go and see Good, Bad and the Ugly at Tyneside Cinema. So yeah, should be a good, fun week ahead for sure there. So hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful May so far, and I'll be back for more content soon there. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye, take care guys, thank you so much.